I just want to ask you something difficult now. Okay, last 5 years, I'll come up with names of particular singers. You point out which song of theirs would you have liked to sing.
For me, that sometimes Vishal Shekhar's compositions, I feel that yeah, I could have been there, like Bang Bang kind of a song that I could have done it, but in my own style. Maybe not exactly the way Benny Diyal has sung, but in my own way, I could have done a pretty good job. Uh,
Something from Sonu Nigam. Goes.
Sonu's, I like I say that Sonu is one great singer we have in our country, and we should be proud of him. That he is quite like a person who makes the song his own. He doesn't give you any room to make that song your own. So it's very difficult. So I mean, he's a good friend, and he's a sweetheart, and I love him. And you see, there's some people who have the ability to do certain things the best.
I want to just briefly understand how did the career in Europe start, and to add to that, will Bombay Vikings get back in terms of another album?
You see, I was pretty much a kid when I started doing music, and like a lot of other colleagues of mine. But I started doing it professionally at the age of, I think, 16 and a half, 17, where I used to go and do gigs and make money out of it. And that time I was doing completely a very raw music, which was like hard rock. So then I went into metal. And after metal, I came back to melodious rock once again. And then slowly I found out for my own self that this is not the career that I want to follow, and I need to do music which is not just noise and and all that. So I started to grow a little more, and I understand music a little more. Though I love heavy metal, I think it's heavy metal is also one of the most amazing forms of music. But provided you are able to do it well. So I was not able to do it well. So it's not the music; it was me. So I said, let me go into something else. Then I started to listen to Steely Dan's and Santana's, and I was listening to Deep Purple anyway that time, and all those stuff. Then Eagles, and slowly I went towards a little lighter music. Then I started listening to Stevie Wonder and all that. So as you grew, you learned a lot of different forms of music, even going to rhythm and blues later on, and hip hop and all that. So when I did this Bombay Viking, actually I had a band called Bombay Vikings earlier. A lot of people don't know. I mean, that's actually completely misunderstood story. I know how it came about the way it is. It was that I had a band called Vikings before, which I formed in Sweden, and we
Goes perfectly well with
and then we said that there was another band called Viking there. So I said, no, we have to change the name, and then we came to Bombay Vikings, and I wanted to have my identity because everybody else was a real Viking. Except me.
That's what
So I said, I'm a fake one.
perfectly well with you.
So I said, let me put at least mine, some identity of mine. So it became Bombay Vikings. But when I came to India, I came alone.
Okay.
So that time we had dismantled. Everybody is doing very, very well. They are all great musicians. They are doing their own productions and all that, working with a lot of biggies. And I came to India. And I also made something out of my life, at least. And but it wasn't a band. It was me. It's my brand name. So which went pretty well with the product I had. So now the time has come that we come up with some very amazing, very sweet, good ideas for doing some songs. So now I have started making them because I have a studio of my own. I can sit, make, and and then put it out for people, keeping the legacy of Bombay Vikings alive. And you want to promote some youngsters who may not have the ability to finance themselves and make an album. So what we do is that we say that, okay, you contact us. So here we are. Let me hear your idea. Let me hear your melody. What you want to do with the song, and or we help him out. So the time has come as you grow. That you don't want to do music only for your own self. You want to do it for others as well. So that's what I'm going into, and hopefully that I'll succeed, and God will keep on, taking care of me, so I can afford to help others. So this is the idea.
Let's just hear it. Hear the Bombay Vikings first. Let's say the first Bombay Vikings song because.
क्या सूरत है, क्या सूरत है, क्या सूरत है, baby, no one's so sexy in the whole galaxy. You make my heart go beating harder. क्या सूरत है, क्या सूरत है, क्या सूरत है.
See, everyone's gonna love it, and thank you so much for talking to us. It's been lovely.
It was really wonderful.
It's so much to talk about. Thank you. And okay, just before we go, can we actually ask people to follow and subscribe on follow?
Yeah. Hi everybody, this is Neeraj Shridhar, also known as Bombay Vikings. It's so nice to be in touch with you. He was the guy who did the dancing and all that, choreographed the whole. Sometimes Vishal Shekhar's compositions, I feel that I could have